I'm reclaiming my power over myself to be able to eat chocolate when I'm told not to, and probably a gulab jamun as well. Yes. Hi, this is Raveena Tandon. If you do like this video, do not forget to share, like, and subscribe to Tweak India. There are many times that I have faced that, where I've been at work and my daughter's giving an exam or my son has his exams on, and normally till both of them were in the 8th standard is when I would take up their studies, and I was teaching them through till the 8th. And after 8th standard, even I couldn't understand anything. I couldn't understand the math, I couldn't understand the chemistry. It was all a whoosh. After that, I put my hands up and then they were on their own. But till the 8th standard, yes, there were moments, and I remember I used to be shooting, whether I was in Hyderabad for a Telugu film or I was shooting for KGF. I'd be FaceTiming and sitting with them in the lunch break, in the hours, before the paper, after the paper, and discussing things with them. So yes, those were the tough days when I was like, oh my God, why did my shoot have to happen on these days? The kind of person that I am is I'm not a very phenomenally early riser. But yes, an 8:39 is a decent time, I feel, the days that I'm not working, because the days that I'm working, then I am anyway waking up really early. The only guilty pleasure that I indulge in is chocolate. Yeah. So that I'm reclaiming my power over myself to be able to eat chocolate when I'm told not to, and probably a gulab jamun as well. Yes. I space myself out. So I know that, okay, this is the month that I really have to work like a mad person. I am completely working. And at the end of that month or the beginning of the next month, I will take those 10 days off. I will take those 15 days off for myself and my kids, and we take off somewhere, and probably just take the whole family and we just take off somewhere and we spend that quality time together. Most of the time, I used to always think that I wish I could give the kind of upbringing that my parents gave me, because I do find myself pretty grounded, and that's the kind of base that I've set for my kids as well. I want them to know reality. I want them to be grounded. I want them to, if they are to get extra attention, it should be at the age appropriate, when they are ready enough to handle that kind of attention, and to realize that that attention is also temporary, that nobody is special, nothing is special. What you do, how you work, how hard you work in life is what probably makes you special. You'll see some children on the road bullying or harassing a dog, or throwing stones at a dog or at a crow or at a cat, or tying firecrackers at the tail of a cat and watching the cat jump. All these things ultimately are a mind of a bully, and that's at that time you have to go ahead and teach your children kindness, compassion, responsibility, and to take care of not the weaker section of society, and that could be from human beings to animals to whatever that is weaker in front of you. You have to teach your sons, your daughters to be responsible citizens, and that kindness, compassion comes right from childhood. At that moment, you stop the child and say, no, what you're doing is wrong. You should be the one who should have stepped in and said, no, this cat doesn't know how to defend herself. This puppy doesn't know how to defend himself. He's weaker, and we are bullying this puppy. This is not what we should be doing. And that nature automatically makes that person into a better human being when he's grown up. Well, I think when you've kind of made up your mind, and when there's a will, and then of course if you have a certain stable backing from your family, I think things can be easier. Yes, there were moments where people always thought that I'm taking on excess baggage, as in because I was not settled well yet. But my mantra was always, if someone had to love me, they had to love me and I come as a package deal. They have to love me, my girls, my dogs, and my family. That nagging or that little nervousness stops. I think that is the day I will die as an actor in me, because I think there's a learning every day, and that nervousness makes you want to strive harder, work harder, and give it your best. And there's always so much more to learn, so the learning never stops. I think now our audiences are more exposed to global kind of cinema, global kind of shows that are being made. And I think that's a blessing, because that has kind of broadened the horizons of our audience. The perceptions have changed a little. They're more accepting to different experimental kind of characters, roles, stories. I think it's been very liberating for our filmmakers also to be able to take that leap of faith and now jump into things that is very, that's been a story that they've always wanted to tell. So I think that that positive change has definitely come. I might have not identified with her because, like I said, I'm probably one of those few lucky ones as well. Likewise, I believe probably a lot of you who are watching, who have the support of their families, who have the support of their parents, their in-laws, their children, their husbands, to go out there and achieve your dreams. But there are so many women out there in different sectors, in different jobs, including our women in uniform, who probably don't get that kind of backing, that kind of emotional support that they need from their families. So this is a sweet but subtle message also to those families, that please be there for your daughter-in-law, wife, your mother, because she has a responsibility as well. So be the wind beneath her wings, share responsibilities with her so that she can also achieve her dreams while she strives so hard to make sure that you achieve yours.